Hi, my name is Kevin Fernandez and welcome to my channel, Gamers Genie. Today we're going to learn how to play the medieval city building game, Queendomino. This 2 to 4 player game designed by Bruno Cathala and published by Blue Orange Games. This is kind of a sequel slash standalone slash expandalone game of Kingdomino. If you do have Kingdomino, you can combine these together and make a one big game. If you are new to this kind of game, I do recommend checking out our Kingdomino how to play video. I'll leave a link to that in the description as well as in this video. But in this one, you are trying to build a kingdom to please your queen and also at the same time fend off a dragon. Will you be successful and please the queen, or will it be off with your head? Find out as we go to the table and learn how to play Queendomino. Shuffle the dominoes and then place them in the box. Make sure the gap in the lineup of the dominoes is facing away from the players. This will be the draw pile for the game. All dominoes will be used regardless of the number of players. Place the builder's board in the center of the play area so it is accessible to all. Shuffle the 32 building tiles. Place them gray side face up on the red square. And I'll activate my Genie magic now. Like so. This is the dropout for the building tiles. Take 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of the top tiles and place them gray side face up on the empty spots of the builder's board. The number at the bottom of each one represents the cost of how much you will need to spend in order to build that building. Place the queen on the side of the board and the dragon on the cave. I'll put these face up so you can see them better. Place the towers, coins, and knights near the board, the builder's board. The piles of coins form the bank. Have each player take a single starting tile with matching castle directly on it in front of them. Each player takes, if this is a 2-player game, 2 kings of their color. If it's a 3-player game, 1 king of their color. Since this is a 2-player game, we each will take 2 kings of our color. So I have purple, and Jordan has orange. Place the rest of the kings back in the box. Each player also draws 1 knight and coins that add up to the value of 7, and place that in front of them as well. And that completes the setup. To start, take the first 4 dominoes from the box and line them up numerically, terrain side down. They should be visible and accessible to all players. The lowest number should be at the top, so 6 is the lowest number. I placed it at the top. And the highest number should be on the bottom. 46 is the highest, so I placed that one on the bottom. Then flip them over so the terrain side is exposed. To determine the order in which players will select the first domino, one player will take all 4 kings in their hand and pull them out one at a time. The first king to be pulled indicates which player can select the first, etc. Players select their first domino in this order, placing their kings on a free domino to claim it. When all 4 kings have been placed and all 4 dominoes are claimed, select 4 new dominoes and place them face down in the same descending numerical order. And then we can flip them over. Going forward, the playing order for a round is determined by the position of the kings in the line of already selected dominoes. The player whose king is placed on the first domino in the line goes first. The player whose king is placed second goes second, and so on and so forth. Players must take the following actions in this order. Add your selected domino to your kingdom according to the connection rules. Have 1 or 2 knights collect tax on the domino you just placed, like so. Construct a building on an open red construction space. My domino didn't have that, but Jordan's does. So we'll just do it like that. Bribe the dragon into burning a building tile on the builder's board and select a new domino in the next line with your king. After the first player has taken these actions, the player whose king is on the second domino then takes their turn. This continues until players whose king is on the last domino has played, then a new round starts. And we just move these over to the side. They become the main dominoes. We place 4 new dominoes, like so, and then a new round starts. The kingdom may not be more than 5 by 5 squares with 3 to 4 players, or 7 by 7 squares in dimension with 2 players. When connecting a domino to another domino horizontally or vertically, at least 2 connecting squares must have the same terrain type. So these have the same terrain type, and technically this one also has the same terrain type because they're a building section. 4 sides of the starting tile are wild. Any terrain can be connected to them. That would be these. Once the domino is placed, it cannot be moved. A very important thing to mention, if a player selects a domino that does not fit into their kingdom because it violates the 5 by 5 or 7 by 7 dimension rule, it does not match any available terrain type. It must be discarded from the game. Points are not earned for the discarded domino. Dominoes cannot be discarded if they can be placed in a kingdom using these rules. Anticipation skills are crucial if you want your kingdom to be complete at the end of the game. If you have knights available, you may choose to collect tax right from connecting to a domino to your kingdom. You take a knight and place it on the domino you just added. Immediately collect a coin value equal to the number of connecting squares in your territory. So Jordan has 3, so she'll take 3. I have 3, so I could take 3, but because I placed it in a previous turn. But that shouldn't count. I'm just demonstrating it. The knight will stay on this square until the end of the game. You may place up to 2 knights during your turn. For each square on the domino you just added to your kingdom, you may place a knight on a territory where other knights have been placed in previous rounds. You need to have at least 1 red construction square available in order to construct a building in your town. This square does not have to be on a domino that was just added. To construct a building, first choose a building tile that are available from the builder's board. Second step, you pay the cost that's shown at the bottom. This one's free and it gets more expensive as you go. And then you have, for step 3, you add the building to your kingdom on the construction square. So Jordan can take this, she can place it right here. And then you collect the immediate building bonuses, if any. Oh, but for constructing that first one, she gets this, and the second one, she gets this tower and another knight. And I get a tower for constructing that as well. When a building is constructed, it leaves an empty space on the builder's board for the duration of the round. You may only place one building tile per construction square. You can take this action if the dragon is still hiding in its cave and you are not hosting the queen. Choose a building tile that is still available from the builder's board. Pay the bank 1 coin, discard the tile into the box. So pay a coin, discard the tile into the box, and replacing it with the dragon. Discard the tile into the box for the remainder of the game. Only one player per round can use the dragon. After adding a domino to their kingdom and carrying out whichever actions they wish, players then select any available domino in the next line, placing their king on top of the domino to claim it. A little note, while higher number dominoes are more valuable with mixed terrains and point-earning crowns, claiming them results in having less of a choice for the next round. It's all part of the strategy. Once all the players have taken their actions from A to E, you get ready for the next round. You can send the dragon back to its cave, slide the building tiles remaining on the builder's board over to the cheapest spots, draw tiles from the pile to fill in those empty spaces at the end, form a new line of dominoes next to the already claimed by selecting 4 new dominoes from the draw pile, and once again, you line them up numerically, terrain side face down. Next to those already selected, then flip them over. Remember, in a 3-player game, discard the last unselected domino every round. A new round can then start. So we flip them over. A game takes a total of 12 rounds, regardless of the number of players, and uses all the dominoes. When the last 4 dominoes are lined up, all players take their final turn. Each player should have a 5x5 grid in front of them. For a 3 or 4-player game, it should be about 7x7 if it's a 2-player game. So 5x5 for 3 to 4, 2-player game is 7x7. Some kingdoms may not be complete. If a player is forced to discard a domino, if you are the player hosting the queen, place her on your largest territory. So for me, that'd be currently this one. Obviously, as the game progresses, it'll get bigger and bigger and bigger, and you guys will all see how that kind of grows in our gameplay video. And then she will count as a crown in that territory. Then, each player will calculate their kingdom's final score in the following order, recording all points in the corresponding boxes in your score pad. And this all comes with the game. So first, wealth. 1 point for every 3 unused coins. Then territories with crowns, wheat, fields, forest, lakes, grasslands, swamps, mines, and towns. A kingdom is composed of different territories. A territory is a group of matching terrain squares that are connected horizontally or vertically, but not diagonally. For every territory, count the number of connecting terrain squares and multiply that number by the total number of crowns found in each territory. Territories without crowns do not score points. It is possible to have multiple territories in the same terrain in your kingdom, and they are scored separately. The value of the buildings in your towns. To avoid errors when you're calculating the building bonuses for the red town territories, pull any building tiles you constructed off the squares, one by one, and add up the points from the lower right corner symbol as you go. After all the boxes have been recorded for all players on the scoring pad, add up the final scores in the last box. The player with the highest score wins the game. In the event of a tie, the player with the largest territory wins. If there's still a tie, you share the victory. That's all you need to know to play Queendomino. If you have any questions about this game, please put them in the comments below, and I'll get to them as soon as I possibly can. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like, hit that subscribe button, and ring the notification bell to be notified for videos just like this. And if you are in a charitable mood, consider donating to the Operation Christmas Child. This is a branch from another charity called Samaritan's Purse. But we're going to focus mainly on Operation Christmas Child. In this, it starts from November, goes through December, and it is a charity that their mission is to make sure that all these kids of the world get, like, you know, toys and stuff, kind of like the Toys for Tots, but they also go a little bit beyond toys. They also do, like, you know, clothing, food, a lot of water, you know, a lot of necessities that, you know, kids need to grow strong and make sure that they have a very normal life, or a very steady life. This is one that my family has been involved with for years. It's a really good charity. I also know other YouTubers, such as like Doug Walker from Channel Awesome. He has talked about this one, and he's even gotten involved with this one. There's so many there's so many people who have gotten involved in this one. It is a great charity to check out. You know, obviously you can donate. You can sign up to try to have a child to sponsor. And you can sponsor as many children as you want, and you just build this shoebox of whatever they're asking for, and then they'll ship it off to that. They ship these little shoeboxes off to like millions of kids all around the world. And of course, the number one thing you can do to help out this charity is, of course, just spread the word. That's the best thing you can do for that. So I will leave a link if you are more curious about them. I'll leave a link to their website in the description below so you can check them out, learn more about what they do. Be on the lookout for my upcoming How to Play video on Queendomino. But until then, thanks for the views.